I've already recorded this video once, but I rambled so much that I had to restart. So we're gonna take it from the top. This is a video I've wanted to make for a very long time, and that is a defense of the grandpa truck, okay? Because I get that all the time from people. Not really, but I've gotten it a couple times. They say, that's a grandpa truck. Why are you driving that grandpa truck? It's ugly. It's ugly, it's small, it's not jacked up. You don't have to get a step stool to get it. You know, it's not four-wheel drive. I live in somewhere where I really could use four-wheel drive. That's why I got that. But it's not four-wheel drive. It's, you know, it's this, it's that, it's whatever. Tires are too small, whatever, you know? And it makes me sit here and think, I'm like, this truck is everything that I need it to be, okay? I built a house in this truck. I use this truck to haul cinder blocks and plywood and insulation, freaking old drywall. I took it to get propane tanks to keep myself warm while I was doing trim. I freaking hauled 2 different wood stoves in this thing, or maybe just one, I don't remember. You know, it's done exactly what I needed it to do, and it did it with a smile on its face, or at least maybe not a smile, maybe like a very blank face, like it never really made a face at all. As you can see, I've got some nice Steelies on it, and you actually really like the Steely look. With some Yokohamas. And the reason I want to talk about this is because today your car is a status symbol. It's a way of determining or distinguishing yourself between other people. And I disagree that that's a good idea. I think that's stupid. But if that's the case, then I want my vehicle to scream, I am a decently practical person, and I'm going to drive what I want. Because that's exactly what this thing is. And I think that in a world where the economy is bad, you know, everything's hard and no one has jobs or whatever, you know, you hear it every day, the slot train. Just pull the slots open and you'll just hear all the negativity. But in this world, I think that we should return to the time where you could get something small and cheap and simple and be happy that you had it. Because, you know, I bought this used. Obviously, I'm not old enough to have a 2013 Access Cab 2-wheel drive base model Tacoma. I would have been like, what, 11? But the people who own this before me, I have a feeling that they used this truck to go get lawnmower tires. And then when they were home and they were putting the lawnmower tires on, they were more excited about the lawnmower they owned than this truck. Because that's the reason the truck exists. The truck exists to be an attachment to your house and to get you to work. That's what a truck really is. The truck is something that honestly it is a utilitarian thing, and we've kind of turned it into this sort of like, I'm a cool dude because I drive a truck, and I get it. Trucks are cool. They are. I love this truck, but I think that this kind of truck needs to make a resurgence because A, you can't buy one. And B, people don't have the money. Let's be real. You don't have the money to go get a new shiny Tundra, okay? I think that we need to return to a time or a mindset where the truck is looked at as a utilitarian vehicle, but you can still own one. I'm not saying you can't have one. And that's the thing. This is the simplest version of what it is that it can possibly be, okay? Other than the fact that it's not a manual. It has a 4-cylinder. It's slow. It's so slow. I mean, it seems fast to me now because my other vehicle is slower, but it's extremely slow. It's not good off-road. But it gets good gas mileage. I'll show you the inside. This inside is pristine, okay? This is the inside. You can't smell in the camera, but that little tree air freshener makes it smell good. I've got my symbolic truck gun in here. This is a Remington 870, a short barrel, or it's an 18-inch barrel. It's a slug, unfortunately. It's rifled, but unfortunately, it's not a manual. I want it to be a manual, but I'm not going to spend the money to get it changed out. You're looking at, what's it called? Suicide doors, I think. Got your little back seat back there. Super not comfortable. My wife can fit back there, but I certainly can't. And And you know, this is a great place to drive to work every morning. You know, the AC works in it good. It's a small cab, so it's like keeps it cool in there. This would never be something you'd want to haul. This is not one of those family haulers. This is not, you know, it's not so many things, but what it is simple. And something about it itches at something in my brain that desperately needs to be itched. And it does make me very happy. Let's move on to some other options, because I don't think everyone needs one of these. Toyotas are great, obviously, but they're overhyped. I'm not going to say they're overpriced, because the reality is they are. Like they're only overpriced if you don't keep it for 20 years. If you keep it for 20 years, it's worth every penny. If you plan on doing something with it else, then it's not worth the price. But some other good options would be an Access Cab S10, like an early 2000 S10. Those are solid. Of course, they've got their problems, but they're easy to fix for the most part. I would look at a old Ford Ranger, obviously, like a 90s to early 2000s Ford Ranger. And it doesn't have to be small trucks either. It can be, you can have, a Jelly Bean F-150, like a Cat Eye Silverado, a single cab or extended cab. You're looking at, you could even do like an old, like a classic, like an 80s F-150 or something. But I just think in general, if you're like a 20 or like an early 20s dude, and you want something that you're just going to have, that you can rely on to do what it needs to do, I think a grandfather truck's the way to go, okay? And you got to have Steelies, and you got to have a truck gun if you can. And, bonus points if the inside smells like black coffee. I really like this truck, and I like more what it represents, which is a projection of modernity. That I don't dislike big trucks. I think big trucks have their place, and I think they're cool. I just don't think everyone needs one. I think that there needs to be things like this that exist in the world. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is.